Hey everyone, so in this video we are going to go and see the chickens. So let's go cluck around and find out what they are up to this morning. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is go ahead and get them some scratch. They have regular food that they eat, but this is like a special treat. So I just get a spoonful or cupful, and I'm going to go out and we're going to feed them. Marvin, my rooster, he loves to eat out of my hands, and little baby, which is one of the smallest chickens that we have. So we are about to go to their lair. All right, so we've got Trixie here wanting to say hello, and Mr. Blue. Yes, they're doing well, and there are the chickens waiting to be fed their scratch. Good morning. Hey, Marvin. Hey, girls. Oh, and there's Queenie, and we call her Nefertiti. And there's little baby. And this one right here is Trick or Treat, or also known as Speckles, because look at her colors. She's orange and black, and we've got the other rooster separated. He's over there with his little group of girls. So, just open this up, climb in real quickly so they don't run out one day. And it's happened more than once. One of the girls have run out, and I've had to chase her around the yard along with the dogs. So, yeah. So, hello, girls. Are y'all ready for some scratch? Yes. All right. Look at this. They are ready. And I've got a basket in my hand to collect the eggs. And got it up there. And Marvin's right here. I meant to bring my camera holder, but I did not. So let's get some from Marvin, and he likes to eat it right out of my hand. And that's little baby. Yeah, they've lost a few feathers because of how, well, he's a bit rough with them, I guess. But we've got these saddles, but they're just a little bit too big for them, and they don't like them. She's pecking at my fingernail. They like to peck at my fingernails when they're painted. Yeah, and so those are the ones that usually like to eat out. That's Queenie. And there we go. Oh. Marvin. Hey, Marvin. He doesn't want me to pet him. Look, he does a little dance. You want to do another little dance? Marvin? Hey, Marvin. Hey, you're on TV. Or say YouTube. People are going to watch you, Mr. Marvin. And this is Trick or Treat. Hey, Trick or Treat. Yeah, she hates to be picked up. And then we've got Queenie again. There's Trixie. She's over there chewing on a stick. This is one of their smaller coops. And always check in here first. Here are some eggs. So I have to be, yeah, see, you have to be very careful. There's two, and this is my basket. Yeah, we got to replace this. We have had an unbelievably hot summer. And that's what's left of my garden over there. Just some peppers. Everything is dried up. All my flowers that were in the front yard. Even water them as much as I possibly can. It's just hard. I mean, we're in the 105, 110 heat index with a feel like of, no, there's not any over here. The feel like is like 110. So, yeah. And then we walk over here. This is where little baby, he wants to talk this morning. This is where Axel is buried. He was one of our St. Bernards. He got bone cancer, and so we had to put him to sleep. And he was the sweetest dog I've ever been around in my entire life. And this is their food. So sometimes when I come out here, I just like to shake it around really quick. Let's see if I can. Oh, sorry. Chop that out. I'll shake it around just to bring it back up kind of to the top. So So that's their food. And what I gave them before was some scratch. It's like a snack. And this is their little mister. Got one going on both sides because it's so hot. It's just unbelievably hot. Like right now it's 91 and it's like 10 in the morning. It's going to get to about 105 again today. And we haven't had rain in, God, seems like a month. We had some strong winds the other day, but nothing to be serious about. If you can see that one on the other side. It just missed. They love to climb. They kind of like walk through it like a little sprinkler, like a little kid would. Here's some of their water. They got some more water here. Black tape because it cracked, because that's how hot it is here. It actually cracked the plastic. So, move on along. And you see how it's also dirty around here, or just nothing but dirt, because they love dirt bathing and stuff. A lot of times there's eggs way in that back corner. And you also have to kind of check for snakes up there in those top corners. There's also lots of wasp nests sometimes that show up around here. This is their little window to look out. So yeah, this was made out of some garage doors and some wood frames. And so yeah, it just kind of works out perfectly for a chicken coop. Sorry, I can't hold this straight. There they are, swimming pool. I gotta get the filter on. And this is Bellina. He's our oldest rooster. Hello, Bellina. I call him Bellina if you've ever seen Return to Oz, because that's the first rooster. Short story. He actually showed up in our backyard one day, came out here, and they were just, him and another Rhode Island red rooster that looks like him, were just in our backyard, like just walking around. We don't know where they came from, if someone dropped them off, if they just walked down the street, because there are some people down the road that have a little farm with chickens. So honestly, we don't know where it came from. That was back in 2021. So we're now 2026. So he's, yeah, you are at least 5 years old, if not slightly older. So he's the oldest one here. And he loves what did I do with the scratch? Okay, so I got it, and it was just sitting down. I was talking too much, I forgot. Okay, so let's see. We're going to sprinkle some out for you guys. There we go. This is Goldie. Look how beautiful Goldie is. She is the same kind of chicken that Marvin is, the other rooster on the other side. So I'm not really sure. I can't remember what kind they are. These are Rhode Island Reds. This one right here, I call her, I know it's kind of funny, Nefertiti Flat Top, because she looks like the other Nefertitis, but hers is more flat. So, and this is their coop. It's made out of siding and wood. And yeah. So let me see. Usually Bellina likes to eat out of my hand, so we'll see if he wants some. Bellina, you want some? And so we call him Slick too. But yeah, I call him Bellina because of the Return to Oz movie. And that's just, see a chicken in my yard I was never expecting. So I was just like, what could I call him? And I was like, I'll call him Bellina. So that's where his name came from, was from the Return to Oz. And see, he likes to eat. He's a little bit more rougher with his bites, but he likes it. Here you go, girls. And then I just like to sprinkle some around in different spots. Another thing that's really awesome is when I'm out here in the pool relaxing, a lot of little birds, you know, nature birds, will come and eat some of the leftover scratch. So I get two things done at once. Feed the chickens, feed natural nature birds. So it's quite exciting and fun. Those are some of those leftover bottles that I was digging up in our yard. I got into a little obsession and was just digging away over in this area, probably in like the 50s or 60s. it was their trash place. So I guess it was a huge hole around this area somewhere, because around this area is where I found all these bottles. I have a lot more inside that I did keep, threw away a lot that were broke, but those seem to still be kind of put together. I have no idea what I'll do with them. I thought about just making them like little flower pots, but I am just not sure what I'm gonna do. I'll probably end up just throwing them away. And so this side stays really wet, and they love it, so that they can walk through the mud and stay cool on these hot days. Now, if I try to walk through it, I'd probably be slipping and sliding like I was walking on ice. Out here, when it does rain, all of this, everything I've showed so far that has dirt, turns to this slippery slide. I mean, you're like having to hold on to the side of the fence and like keep yourself propped up. You know, you really got to keep yourself balanced and focused. Right, I know, and we got to keep ourselves aware or we'll slip and slide. I know it's happened to me quite a few times, especially if you go sliding and then go inside one of these holes that they like to dig, which is kind of almost looks like a heart or Mickey Mouse, because they love to dirt bath. And I think that also helps cool them off as well. I need to straighten some of this stuff up over here. And there's Goldie walking around. So just on this other side is just another little area for them to just kind of walk around and check the dirt. Of course, there's probably not a lot of bugs out. That's another reason why this stuff comes in handy. And then this is my blueberry bush on the other side here. I've heard that it takes just years before you get blueberries. When we first got it, it did produce a few blueberries, but none this year. But this year has been very strange out here, just with the weather. Some stuff that didn't bloom last year is blooming this year. Some stuff that didn't bloom last year are blooming this year. There's my rose bush. Probably needs a little more water, but it's looking really beautiful. It's a pink rose bush. And that just goes around to our pool. And who is this? Oh, it's beautiful Trixie. Say hey, Trixie. Say hi. Yeah. She's going to be 5 years old in a couple weeks, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, in fact, actually, I got her, I think, like a couple of weeks after the rooster showed up. The other one, unfortunately, did pass after about a year. I'm not really sure what happened. I know we were still new with chicken life, so maybe it's something we neglected or could have prevented, because I know that sometimes with chickens you have to feed them apple cider like every 2 hours and help them, like, what do you call it? Kind of get out some film, because they'll get sick. They'll get like a little cold. So, you know, you want to give them as much as you can every 2 hours. And that usually helps. I saved a couple of our chickens a few times by being proactive and aware and just focusing on what their needs are, because a lot of times they can't tell us, and there's usually not really chicken doctors that you can just take your chicken to, like you can take your cat or your dog. And then there's Goldie. She's getting her some thirst. And honestly, I need to clean these out, which is what I'm about to do here in a minute. This is my day off, so I have plenty of time to clean this up, swim, exercise, watch a little TV, maybe play a video game. Yeah, see their poor backs. They really need to wear those. They're like a little vest that they're small, and then they just won't let me put them on them, and they just refuse, and then it just doesn't work out. So they'll grow back, and it's just like the roosters have their select few girls that's like, I want this girl, I like this girl. And then there's some that still have all their feathers, like Miss Nefertiti Flat Top. Yes. Maybe Marvin wants to go show off some more. Let's go see him. And they still have some scratch over here. So we'll save it. Oh, I didn't look in this for eggs. Let me check in here. Sometimes there's eggs. This one. Oh, and this is hard to reach. You gotta be careful for snakes. At this point, I don't even think about it. I just reach in and grab, and a lot of times, if there is a snake, they're not gonna do anything. Because, you know, they're more scared of me than I should be of it. So I've been working on that. So I used to be terrified of snakes and wasps. But now it's like I go swimming and there's like 5 or 6 wasps in there getting water because it's just so hot. You know, what can you do? So here is Marvin. Hey Marvin, you gonna do a little dance? There he does. There he goes. He loves to do little dances. There he goes. Hey Marvin. He don't really like me to pet him. I can pick him up sometimes, but I didn't bring my stand out here to do it. But I can make another video of these chickens later. So that is the life of these chickens. This is what they do. And this is where they live. And that's, so we've got a total of 3 coops. This littlest one, the one with Bellina, and then the biggest one here. Which used to be the Bellina one, but it's now Marvin's, because he has most of the girls over here. We just keep them separated because Bellina's so old, and they do go up to the fence and peck at each other. So just don't want to take any chances on either one of them getting hurt. So, and she's got her something going on. She's digging in the dirt. She's looking for some. Hey. She's Neffy. Hey, Neffy. Neffy. The reason I call them Nefertiti's is it's the type of, I think they're Egyptian something. I can't remember the exact name, but they have that black tail or black feather tail. Black tail feather? No, just it's funny when they shake their little tail feather. They'll shake it back and forth. It looks cute. Oh. I think you're not being very nice to her, are you? Well, he's trying to put her in check, I guess. That's what the roosters do. They spend most of their time. So at this time in the morning, I've only gotten 5 eggs. But when I come back out here in 2 or 3 more hours, there'll probably be another 4 or 5 eggs. There's usually about anywhere from 10 to 12. But right now it's really hard for them to produce eggs because it's so hot. And it's really probably puts a lot of stress on them. Like here's Miss Queenie. I call her Miss Queenie. Look how cute she is. Hey, Queenie. Queenie. Yeah. Gonna talk, Marvin? Marvin. Hey, Marvin. Oh, and this is little baby. She's just little baby girl. I'm so hot. They open their mouths to when they're hot, kind of like a dog, I guess, panting. You don't seem too hot, Marvin. He's just a little old young, wild buck chicken. He's a definition of cluck around and find out. Pet his back, he's probably going to peck you. But it's not hard. I mean, what was it? Right there, that little speck. That speck, that was from a couple of days ago. It's nothing serious. At least I don't think so. I set this stuff down. And then over here is another little corner for the chickens. Got a little tree. Rose of Sharon. As you can see, look how wilted it is. Like the leaves and its flowers, they're all dying. This purple one. Even, the grass back there you can see is already turning like as if we're all in mid-September or something. It's just because it's so dry. And then we got that field back there. I was so worried because yesterday I thought I heard a tractor in the field, and I was like, oh no, if they cut all that down, all that dust and stuff's going to come over here in the chicken coop, and then also it's going to get in the swimming pool, which is obviously going to make that even more difficult to clean. But the pool looks great. Oh, see, we got one dirt bathing right now. She dug her a good little spot. And then, well, there's that. This is their little tree. We keep it short, but they like it. And I don't know if y'all remember that magnolia tree from a long time ago that I got from my grandma's house. This is how big it's gotten. Let's see if I can hold it up like this. So those are angel trumpets. So as you can see, no flowers. And that's the magnolia tree. I'm standing on my tiptoes, hanging over the tallest part of the fence. I could have just walked out. Hey, trick or treat. What you gonna do for Halloween? You gonna do some tricks? You gonna do some, or are you gonna want some treats? I bet I know she wants treats. They like to jump up. Do it again, trick or treat. Got a horsefly flying around me. Those don't feel good when you get bit by those. Just a little bit more of a sting. Oh, you can see Marvin, he puts his back into it. Oh yeah, Sterling. There's Sterling. Hey, Sterling. She does that all the time. That's her little thing. Always know when I hear that, it's her. Because she's the only one that does it. Marvin. A little pine cone. All right. Grab my stove. All right, let's just pour out the rest of that over here for them. Look at them all running up. Yeah. Y'all like that scratch, huh? So basically it's just like corn and seeds. Corn and seeds. Marvin, I don't have any in my hand. You'll have to eat down there with the girls. I already fed you. I did. Oh, I know. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed this rooster tour video of the backyard with the roosters and chickens. And I will see you in my next video. Hope you all have a great rest of the week. And much love.